Death is alive. Death is an entity. Okay? You can feel it.
And I want to take it to the next level and say that these demonic energies that we're talking about, by the way, which are entities that are sourced from lower vibrations, like lower realms that are below the earth level, right? These energies have the same feeling as death, if not the same. It's the same thing, because death, I mean, in the way that the humans understand it, is like the ending of the human life, right? The human consciousness. But death is like transitional period because spirit exists beyond the human life, like the physical plane. So death isn't really real in the sense of energy, because after you pass, you might die on the physical plane, but the energy goes on, right? So just like this creator saying, death, as we're interpreting on the physical plane, has an energy to it, and that energy is the same energy that these lower energies carry, the demons, right? And don't focus too much on like the names, the biblical terms. I'm talking about just the rankings of energy, okay? Now, this is why I always say that people who carry demonic attachments, right, who are hosts of these lower entities, they have the same energy as death. It's almost like because these energies latch onto the vessel and suck the life force out of the person, which is why that when you're around these people, you feel sick. They themselves might be sick. And there's this grayness over them, or they smell like death, like they smell like illness, which is why people who are spiritually gifted can sense these things, like someone with a demonic energy or demonic attachment. You can tell that they're not well. They look like death, or they smell like death, or they have the shade of like grayness, like death, like the entity on them. It's the same thing. This energy of death, it is just like this creator is saying, it's an entity in a sense where it eats you alive, where if you have this attachment onto you, it sucks your soul, okay? It sucks your life force, which is why this physical plane actually is full of these entities, okay? They love to latch onto vessels, and like that's how they revive themselves. You have to understand this, okay? Vessels, there are limited amount of vessels on the physical plane, but there's like energy is infinite. So on the lower realm, these energies, or should I say energy, they want to host, or they want to have a host to attach to so they can feel alive. Why? Because they're death, right? Now, I'm talking specifically on the lower vibration level. At a higher level, I mean, it's the same concept, like as above, so below. But the higher beings or higher realms aren't really out there trying to host or suck energy, because if anything, they provide energy. They revitalize you. They enliven people, right? So those are the higher consciousness, the higher realms, but the entities here, they love to suck life force energy, okay? This is why you always can tell, by the way, when somebody is influenced by the lower entities, right? We call it possession, demonic attachment. But then there are also people who work with the higher realm energy, and these are the people that really like make you feel rejuvenated and charged, okay? I digress. This is really about talking about the energy of death. But yes, this creator is 100% correct. Death is 100% an entity. Not in the sense of like singular entity, but it is energy. And there are entities that resemble that exact type of resonance of energy.